Hi everybody, it's Jenny. I'm here with another practice today. We are going to start seated today. So kind of find a nice comfortable seat. Maybe your legs are crisscrossed, one over the top. Maybe you like both of your feet kind of just resting in front. Whatever lets your knees kind of settle and find a nice comfortable seat. Just relax our shoulders and let our eyes close. Hands can rest wherever they like. Maybe they're on our knees. We're going to start with our breath. So right away, just noticing how our breath feels as it moves in through the nose and out through the nose. Softening all the muscles on our face here, relaxing our jaw. Gradually, we're going to start to deepen that breath. Nice, full, deep inhales. Fill the belly. Let the chest rise and expand. And then exhale and squeeze that air out. Draw the belly button in toward the spine. Inhale. Fill the belly nice and big. Exhale and squeeze it out. We're going to take these breaths just a few more rounds. Really focusing in here as we take these inhales and exhales, focusing on our positive intention. Finding some happy, some calm, some peace here while we've taken this time to be on our mats. Just let everything else go. Let it all go and be right here in this moment. And we're going to take one more long, deep breath. Relaxing those shoulders down the back. And then we're going to start a little movement here with some hip circles. So take our hands to our knees if they're not there already. Kind of grab our kneecaps here. And we're going to use that as a way to kind of take our body in little circles. Doesn't matter which direction we start because we're going to just circle it back the other way eventually. So kind of starting these circles small. And then gradually letting those circles get a little bit more exaggerated. Leaning way forward, leaning way back. Taking it all around. And then maybe we start to add a little bit of like a cat-cow movement. So when we round the upper back as we come back, kind of like our cat, and then swing it around and shine the chest forward like cow. And just keep that going all the way around. Feeling that stretch through the shoulder blades as you circle around back. We're going to take it one more time around. And then we're going to circle it around the other way. So we're going to start those circles all the way around. Keep that cat-cow motion. Really pressing through the middle of the shoulder blades as you come all the way around and shine the chest forward. Open up the collarbone. And then we're going to take one more time around and we're going to take these circles just a little bit smaller each time we go around. So we're going to take it eventually back to our center. So just kind of taking those circles, take our time, find our center until we meet back into our center. Stillness. Take a breath here. And we're going to make our way into a little flowing twist. So releasing our hands right by our side, let the fingertips just come nice and gentle. Sit up nice and tall. Imagine your spine drawing straight up towards the crown of our head, straight up towards the ceiling, nice and tall. We're gonna inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale and twist to the side. Drop the hands wherever they land, perfectly fine. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale and twist to the other side. Hands drop. Inhale it up. Exhale, gentle twist. This is the start of our practice, so no real deep twisting right here at the beginning, but just kind of warming up our spine. Inhaling up. Exhale and twist. One more on each side. Meet back up in the center. Exhale those hands to heart center. And now we'll make our way to our table. So come over onto our hands and knees. Finding our nice neutral spine here on our table. So knees over under hips, wrists right underneath shoulders. Pressing into the mat. Notice if we're kind of sagging through the middle here, like our cow. Draw the belly button in and find a nice neutral tabletop. Immediately kind of flattens out our back, and that's what we want here in our table. Tops of our feet can be pressing into the mat here. Now we're going to take this right into spinal balance. Extend right arm and left leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Trying to keep that belly button drawing up so we still have that nice flat back. Press through the heel. And a little bit of flow. We're going to invite knee and elbow together underneath. Inhale, extend it back out. A little different this time. Exhale, take it together. Inhaling out. Now we're going to exhale, invite that right arm out to the right and left leg out to the left. And then bring it back center. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, extend out to the sides, maybe just ever so slightly. Feel that engaging in the core. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, out to the sides. Inhale, center. One more time around here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Back to our table. Settle in here. We're going to take it to the other side. Make any adjustments we need to. Belly button draws in. This time left arm, right leg. Extend it out long. Square off the hips. Press through that heel in the back. Knee to elbow. Draw knee and elbow together underneath. Inhale, extend out. This time left arm out to the left. Right leg out to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale together. Inhale, extend out. Exhale out to the sides. Drawing that belly button. Keep that flow with our breath. Exhale as we crunch. One more here on this side. Meet back at center. We're going to take it back to our neutral table and then turn this into a little child's pose. Open the knees wide. Press the bottom back toward the heels here and let those arms lengthen out in front. Soften the chest, soften the forehead to the mat. Finding those nice big breaths we had at the start. Knowing that child's pose is our place of rest, so we can come here anytime during our practice when we need a break. All about listening to our bodies here while we're on our mat. Take one more rounded breath here. And then we'll help our knees together underneath us. Take our arms still out in front, walk them out as long as they can, and then let them come out shoulder width apart, maybe a little towards the outer edges of our mat. Half series. As we inhale, we'll draw forward into a kneeling plank. Exhale as we lower just halfway. Let the elbows bend straight back, squeeze into the rib cage. Inhale and come back up. And then exhale and press it back. Inhale, come forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, lower just halfway. Inhale to press back up. Exhale it back. We've got 2 more just like that. Keep the flow with our breath, coming forward. Using those triceps, warming them up. The last one here. And once we complete that last round, we're going to turn it into down dog. Curl our toes and lift the hips. Or maybe we have a generous bend in the knees here to start. Perfectly normal, especially if the backside of our legs are feeling cranky. We can start to pedal the feet out here, one heel towards the mat and then the other. Lifting the tailbone high, inviting the chest toward the thighs. No effort in the head or neck here. Keep it nice and loose. Ground through all of our fingertips. And then we'll do 3-legged dog. Lift that right leg high. We can pause here. We might choose to open the hip, bend the knee, send the toes, drip it behind us. Squaring the hips. We're going to invite this right knee towards our right elbow, coming forward almost into our plank position, plank style arms. Draw that right knee in. Maybe it can kiss the elbow. Squeeze it in and hold. Hold here. And then kick it back all the way up. And then soften it down. Now we're going to take that to the other side, 3-legged dog. Lift that left leg high. Maybe we choose to open the hip, bend the knees, send the toes behind us. Still anchoring down through that right heel. Now we'll square the hips. We're going to take left knee towards left elbow. Drive it forward. Come forward, plank style arms. Squeeze that knee in. Maybe it kisses the elbow. Pause there. Pause. Press into those palms like our cat, the middle of our shoulder blades, pressing up. Hold. And then send it all the way up and back down. Take a breath here. Nice big breath in and out. Relax the head. And then nice and slow, we're going to take that walk to the top of our mat. Take our time. Meeting at the top in our forward fold, our ragdoll release. Release the head and neck. Maybe we find opposite elbows if that feels good. Maybe we put a real generous bend in our knees here. Really finding that letting go. Letting go of any junk we're holding on to. Judgment, expectations of ourselves, competition. Let it all go. On our next inhale, nice and slow, we're going to make our way all the way back up. Take a big inhale as we come up and sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, heart center. Now we're gonna step wide on our mats for some moonflowers. So we'll step wide, turn our toes out and let the heels adjust in. Find a little bit of a squat down. If our hips are really tight, it's all good. We don't have to get really low. Then we'll take our elbows, draw them into our rib cage, fingers, spread them wide. Inhale, we'll straighten everything out, reach it high. Exhale, pull it all back in. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. A few more, just like that. Just one more. Inhale, exhale. We're going to turn these into our sunflowers. Big inhale up. Exhale. When we bend the knees, it's a hinge forward, flat back, scooping motion with the arms. Big inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, hinge it forward, opening up our hips just a little bit more. Take it with our own breath. I'm really trying to match the length of our inhale here with the length of our exhale. So there's no rush in either direction. One more. And we'll take our inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale, let the hands just float down. And we can either step or give ourselves a little hop. And we'll meet back at the top of our mats. A little bit of chair here. Feet can either be hip distance apart, especially if we struggle with a little bit of balance, or our feet can be together. All right, we're gonna take that hinge from the top of our legs. Hinge at the top, then bend our knees. So the bottom is pointed straight back behind us, knees behind the toes, hands at heart center. Relax the shoulders. Try not to dump the weight of our chest towards the legs. Keep the chest up. Engage that core. If it's available and it feels good, we can lengthen the arms. We're going to take one last breath here. Maybe get a little bit lower in our chair. And then we're going to send it right to our sun salutation. Take a big inhale, press to the feet, sweep it up. Exhale, forward fold, swan, dive it down. Inhale to our half back. Exhale and fold. Hands come to the mat. Step the right foot back and then the left for down dog. Inhale, pull it forward into our plank or drop the knees, kneeling plank. Slow lower all the way to the mat. Elbows point back, belly comes down, chest down. Scoop it up. Big inhale. Scoop the chest forward for cobra. Curl our toes. We'll lift straight back up and back to down dog. Right leg, step it forward towards the top. And then our left meets it for our forward fold. Inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale, heart center. We've got one more round just like that. Big inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, forward fold, drip it down. Inhale to our half back, long spine. Exhale and fold. This time the left foot steps back first and then the right for down dog. Pull forward into our plank. And then a slow lower all the way down to the mat. Try to control that lower. Inhale, scoop the chest up, shoulders roll back, cobra. Curl our toes, lift the hips, up and back, down dog. Left foot steps forward towards the top. And then our right meets it and we forward fold. And a big inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, heart center. Moving into our warrior series. Step our right foot back for warrior one. We're gonna drop the whole of that back foot down, ground through the heel, ground through that front foot, knee right over ankle, and square the hips best we can towards the top of the mat. We should already feel that opening up through our hip, arms reach, biceps up by the ears, fingertips spread. Finding that breath. We're going to release the hands behind us, interlace the fingers. Feel a squeeze of the shoulder blades together and press the knuckles away from us. Getting ready for humble warrior. Take our inhale and then exhale and bow forward inside that left thigh. Now we can maybe only come just a little. We might let the belly rest, maybe the rib cage or the chest or that shoulder. No matter where we are, maybe we can let the head go, maybe the arms reach up. These are all maybes. So it's really wherever you want to take it. Let it be a place that feels good. Coming all the way back up. Release the hands and the arms high. Big inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm behind us. Adjust that back foot. Let that back foot come more parallel to the back of the mat. Bend into that front knee. Maybe we notice if we're reaching a little in the future or reaching a little in the past. We want to kind of stay right here, right in the present moment. Flipping that front hand over, reach it out and then up, reverse it. Light touch on that back leg. Make it more about what we feel in the rib cage than it is about how far back we reach. Reach up, reach over. Back to those warrior two arms. We're going to take it to side angle. Let that left forearm cross the thigh, right arm high. Maybe we gaze up towards that right hand, fingertips longing up towards the ceiling. If it feels good and we want to extend, we can take that left hand towards the mat. Cartwheel this right hand all the way down to the mat. We're going to make it twisting. Turn on that back foot so that we're in lunge, and let the left hand sweep high. If we have to turn that bottom fist, that bottom hand into a fist, go there. Left hand comes down, straddle splits. So we're going to walk our hands to the middle of our mat and turn the feet so that they're parallel to each other. And if we have to walk the feet a little wider, then that's cool. We're going to start on fingertips, nice neutral spine, and inhale here. Exhale as we soften the chest and fold. Try to get that fold to start from our hip crease here. As we release, we're going to feel that stretch to the back side of our legs for sure. Fingertips to the mat for balance purposes here. We can let our head and neck go. Maybe shake the head yes. Shake the head no. One more round of breath here. Send it to any areas that are tight. Back up on those fingertips. Press up. If we've taken a super wide stance, we might want to heel toe walk the feet in. We're going to roll all the way to standing. Take our time to come all the way up to standing. Once we're standing, sweep the arms overhead with a big inhale. Right hand is going to grab the left wrist, and we'll exhale and bring it over for a little bit of a side bend. Grounding through the feet, really activate our core, and the core is connected to that low back. That low back and core, this is your core here. So as you're reaching up and over, really feel it engage. Coming back up to center, inhale, we're gonna switch the grip. Exhale, take it to the other side. Back up through center, release the hands. Now we're gonna pivot back to the front of our mat. Turn the toes, hop the back foot in, pyramid. So on both of our feet, toes are facing the top of our mat. They do not have to be one behind each other. We don't want to be on a tightrope. So find a nice, hips width distance apart. So we really feel secure here. Grounded down through our feet. Both legs are straight here. Now the option is to send the hands behind us. Maybe we interlace fingers like humble warrior. Squeeze the shoulder blades, press the knuckles away. Take an inhale and exhale to bow forward. We're hinging again from the top of our legs. Now maybe this is a really intense stretch and we only go halfway here. Perfectly fine. We go where we feel that stretch and then we pause and breathe into it. So maybe with each exhale we soften a little bit more. We release that muscle a little bit more. If having fingers interlaced does not feel good, know that you can always anchor your hands to your shin, or if you're working with a block, we can be on blocks here. One more big breath here. Release the hands if they haven't already. Put a little bend in that front knee so the hands can make it to the mat. We're gonna step to our downward facing dog. Meeting in down dog. We're gonna take a rest here. We have the option to flow through here in our chaturanga. We can come forward into our plank or kneeling plank, come down. Maybe it's cobra, maybe we like up dog. Make it your own flow here, so that we all meet back in down dog for those resting breaths. And by all means, if down dog is not much of a rest, come down into child's pose. And give yourself any kind of move here that really feels like a break. This is your time to kind of recollect your breath, find what feels good, so we can get into the other side and be ready. Take one final breath here. Kneading back in our downward facing dog. Lift our right leg high, three-legged dog. We're gonna send this right foot forward. Maybe we place it in between the hands, drop the back foot, warrior one. Find our steadiness here, our balance, come all the way up, arms reach high. You should really feel that stretch, that opening up in the hip here, bending into that front knee, but not letting it come past the ankle here. Notice the shoulders. We want them to feel heavy, locked down away from the ears. Hands float behind us, setting up that humble warrior. Interlace the fingers, squeeze and press the knuckles away. Big inhale, exhale, forward fold here. Coming forward, leading with the chest. Maybe we can release the head. Making our way all the way back up. Release the hands, send them high. Big inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm behind us. Adjust our feet around here so that we can keep bending into that knee, but the knee, where it's an invitation of that knee towards the pinky toe. Nice long left leg. Hips are nice and squared forward. Arms nice and long, active. And we'll flip that front hand over, reach it out, and then up, reverse. Light touch on that back leg. Breathe into the rib cage here. Back to those warrior two arms, side angle, forearm crosses, left arm high, open up the chest. And we can pause here if it feels good and we want to go there. Right hand might extend down here. Look for a little extended side angle. Just an option. Left hand's gonna cartwheel all the way down. Finding our twist, turn on the back foot, let that right arm sweep high, twisting through the belly, through the rib cage, through the chest. Maybe that bottom hand needs to become a fist. Right hand comes down. We're gonna walk these hands to the middle of our mat. Straddle splits. Let the feet come parallel to each other. We might walk them out really wide if that feels better. We're gonna feel, maybe I do, immediately those inner thighs activating and stretching out. We wanna be on those fingertips. Take an inhale and then exhale. Try to get that hinge from the top of our legs. Even taking our hands to our waist may even help our brains to kind of visualize where we want that hinge to be so that we can keep our head, neck, and spine in alignment here. Hands can be on the mat here, securing our balance. Feel like we're trying to send that tailbone up towards the ceiling, really lengthening out the whole back side of our legs here. One last round of breath. We'll come back up onto our fingertips. If we've taken a super wide stance, just heel toe walk those feet in a couple steps so we are secure enough to roll all the way back up to standing. We want our feet to be wider than the hips when we come up. Sweep the arms high, inhale. Grab the right wrist and take it overhead. A little side body stretch here. Inhale it up center and take it to the other side. Exhale to reach over. All the way back up center, release those hands. And we'll pivot back to the top of our mats. Taking this to pyramid, hop that back foot in. So shorter distance between our feet than our warriors here. Our feet, toes facing forward, legs are long. Inhale here, hands might come behind. This is optional. Inhale and exhale. Again, that hinge from our hip crease. Take it all the way to where we feel comfortable. Pause there. Know that we do not have to go into the deepest expression of this pose right off the bat. Use the breath. That's what it's there for, to really help loosen up those muscles. Sending oxygen to the muscles, helping them release. One last round of breath here. And then we'll release the hands if they're not already. Take them to mat, put a little bend in that front knee. Step it to downward facing dog. We're gonna meet here. If you wanna go right into child's pose or hang here in down dog for resting breaths, you can be there. Or we can take the option to ramp it up and take it through our flow. Inhale it forward, exhale all the way to the mat, or maybe halfway for up dog. Inhale, scoop it up, and exhale. We'll meet in downward facing dog or child's pose for resting breaths. And finding our nice full deep inhales, complete exhales. We're all gonna meet back in downward facing dog, so we can take that walk to meet our hands at the top of our mat. Take a big inhale to sweep the arms high, and exhale to heart center. Now we're going to take this into our tree. I'm going to offer us a two-part movement here from tree to balancing pigeon. So if you want to, and you have something near you, a chair or the back of the couch or an entertainment center, you can use that to steady your balance. But we're going to start with tree and know that you can stay there. So left foot grounds down, butterfly, open that right knee, hands to heart center. Now we're going to find this positioning here, and then maybe that right foot comes to the calf or above the knee. We can give it help if it wants to get up there, but just make sure it's above the knee and we're not resting on that knee joint. Once we have our gaze locked onto something that doesn't move, maybe we grow our tree. Whatever that looks like, maybe it's just goalpost arms. Now we have the option, stay right here, or we're going to transition to balancing pigeon. Right ankle is going to come across on the top part of that knee, over the knee, above the knee. Hinge at the top of our legs like chair. Send the bottom back as we bend the knee. And we're going to feel that pigeon stretch through the right side. Keep this right foot flexed, toes longing towards the shin. It's going to protect our knee. Hands wherever you want them, whatever helps the balance. Heart center kind of keeps ourselves nice and compact and small, maybe to the leg, maybe having those airplane arms for balance. Truly whatever helps here. Try to take one more breath, concentrated breath here, concentrated gaze, and then press through that left foot and release the right. Give it a quick shake out. We're going to take it to the other side, onto that right foot, ground down, butterfly, open that left knee. Take our time finding our tree here. Maybe it's just to the calf. Maybe it is a above the knee tree here. And we may find that each side is different. That is completely natural. Our balance tends to be different one side to the next. So no judgment, no expectations of ourselves, especially in the moment. Now keeping that laser focus, we might start to transition. Take that left ankle across the thigh, sit it back, and find that beautiful pigeon stretch through the left side glute. Keep that foot flexed, toes longing towards the shin. One last breath here. Keep that focus. Press through the foot, release, and give it a quick shake. All right, we're going to come back to the top of our mat. Take our big inhale to sweep the arms high. Exhale, forward fold, swan, dive it down. Inhale, half back. Exhale and fold. Step it to downward facing dog. Pull forward to a plank or kneeling plank. And we're going to make our way down to the belly and stay down on the belly. All the way down. And stay. Once we're down on the belly, we're going to move this into locust pose. Grounding down through our pelvis here. Press it into the mat. Tops of the feet. Arms are going to extend out long in front. Long back of the neck here. We're going to inhale and lift. Arms, maybe legs. We might choose to do one or the other. Keeping grounded down to our center. Keeping our gaze maybe locked down towards our mat here. And release. Back to the mat. Hands right underneath our shoulders here. We're going to press the chest back toward the thighs. Rounding ourselves over the legs. Counteracting that back bend just for a breath here. And we'll make our way over onto our seats. Sit down, lengthen our legs out in front. We're going to take this into forward fold, flexing our feet. Flex the feet strongly, sitting up nice and tall. It's okay if we have a generous bend in our knees, especially in this first forward fold of our practice here, a seated forward fold. Inhale and sweep those arms up. And exhale and fold forward. Over the legs, let the hands rest. Now if we've started with this generous bend in the knees, maybe we feel it more through our low back, and that feels good, and we work to straighten the legs a little bit at a time. So we inhale, exhale, maybe our feet kind of wiggle out just a little bit longer. Inhale, exhale, fold a little bit deeper, maybe our legs straighten out a little bit longer. No expectations here, especially not to touch our toes or to get our head to our knees. Just let everything be what it is. Walking our hands back at the legs. We'll bring the right knee in with us so we can take this to seated twist. Foot can either stay inside or we can move it over to the outside as long as that foot can be planted down. Left arm, wrap it around. Right hand comes up behind us, just for support. Notice if we round in here, we really want to reach the crown up. Notice the lengthening in the spine that happens. We sit up tall and inhale. And then exhale as we twist towards the right. So we're twisting towards that bent leg. Breathing into this twist best we can here. And then we'll unwind back to center. Release this right leg, lengthen it out, and we'll take it to the other side. Left foot draws in. We can keep that foot here on the inside, or we move it over to the outside. Both sit bones grounded, right arm, wrap it around, give our knee a hug. Left hand up behind us. Again, notice if we round, we want to try to sit up as tall as we can. Sit up tall, shoulders relax, inhale up. Exhale, twist towards the left, towards that bent leg. Maybe we take a peek over that back shoulder, but no expectations here. And then we'll unwind back to our center and lengthen out our leg. And we're gonna rock back onto our mat. So make sure we have a little mat behind us as we rock back. Hug our knees in and lengthen our legs straight up towards the ceiling. Now, low back is still anchored down. We're going to cross the right leg in front of the left, like we're creating an X with the legs here. And then bend the knees. Just let our feet kind of flop down. This might be enough. We can maybe grab the knees and try to give them a hug in. If it's available to us, we could take the right hand to the left foot. Sorry, left hand to the right foot, right hand to the left foot. So opposites. And we find the feet and kind of pull the feet away from each other in opposite directions as we're hugging the knees in towards the chest. We're gonna feel, this is our cow face pose, only we're laying on our backs, supine. One last round of breath here. And then when we're ready, we'll release the feet if we have them, unwind the legs and take it to the other side. So the other leg crosses over in front, trying to get them to cross high up on the inner thigh, and then bend the knees and let the kind of feet just flop down. It's all good. Each side might be different. So we find the knees, hug them in, see how it feels. We should be getting a nice stretch right through our glute muscle here, almost like our pigeon. If it's available on this side, we might grab the feet, kind of pull them away from each other in opposite directions, kind of sealing that inner thigh squeeze, and then draw the knees in toward us as well. One last breath here, relax the shoulders. Release the feet if we've got them. Unwind the legs, and we'll bring the knees into the chest. A little happy baby here to end. We're gonna open up those knees out towards the underarms, grabbing the feet, or maybe it's just the ankles today. Flex the feet and send the bottoms of the feet to face the ceiling. And in true baby fashion, we can get that rock side to side. It feels good on the spine, on our back. Really give it a good massage. And then when we're ready, we'll take the knees back together, give them one last squeeze, hug ourselves nice and tight, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe the head comes up off the mat towards the knees, squeeze tight. And then release the head back to the mat. Release one leg at a time, lengthen it out. Releasing here into Shavasana. Palms might be face up. If our low back is cranky, we always have the option to put the feet flat on the mat and rest the knees together like tent poles. Flatten out that low back. Comfortable spot for the head. Letting everything get heavy here. Jaws relaxed. Giving ourselves these few moments of peace and quiet here at the end of our practice. It's a gift to ourselves. And as we're ready, let's start to bring some movement back to our fingers, back to our toes. If you have the luxury of staying here for a few more moments, then take as much time as you need here. Take it for yourself. You deserve it. You work hard day in and day out. Your body works hard. Your mind works hard. It needs a break. So stay here as long as you please. And when we've had enough, we'll help ourselves over into a nice little fetal position. Use our bottom arm as a little pillow here. Just giving ourselves that moment of thanks at the end of practice. Thanking our bodies for working hard for us, our minds, our spirit. And then when we're ready, we'll come all the way up. Nice, easy seated position. Hands come to heart center. We'll inhale our arms up, going beyond ourselves. Exhale as we open ourselves up, give it all away to the world and everyone in it. And by that one simple act, we'll scoop back up the benefits, the gifts, and the blessings the world has to offer us, and we'll tuck them gently into our heart and be at peace. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today, and I hope to see you again real soon. Have a great day.